Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to Building with Whip. Today we are working out on that sugarcane farm over there, but I wanted to walk you guys through quite a few things that I've been working on. Somebody in an episode a while back commented saying the roads were too busy with how much diorite we were using in them. So I went and toned that down quite a bit, and I put a lot more grass path in here. I think it's still pretty busy, but it's doing better, especially this area right here. This is probably a terrible spot to show because I think there's just too much wood in here. But we've been kind of toning it down and smoothing out the road bits here and there. But I do want to keep the diorite in there because I think it's pretty natural for them to have thrown in some stones here and there where it would have caved away, and big holes would be easier for them to fill through those means than anything else. And plus we're using that diorite texture and whatnot elsewhere. So I think that's totally fine to be keeping some stone in there, but we are toning it down. I was trying to work in some andesite too, right there, as you can see, and I'm probably going to remove that, send it somewhere else, or use it in something else. But yeah, so back here as well, I've been starting to work on a little bit of a path going around this guy. This right here is actually a pretty good idea of what I want the roads to be looking like, where you have the little bit of a height elevation change to them with the grass path being there and working up to the full block height. But this guy goes all the way around. Got some chickens escaped from our little egg breeder right in here that just constantly throws out. Oh, we got another one. And yeah, so this is kind of where the path is going over here. I think it looks really nice with this format. It's very smooth and flowing and works well once we get buildings and everything in here. Kind of future plans also. I'm thinking this bay here, or not bay, but this kind of curve of the river is probably going to be within the city walls, and we're going to have a wall or something going across there and keeping that sandy beach over there as part of our place, and doing a exit out there and doing probably a big bridge right along here. I'm not too sure yet, but I think that's going to be how it works, because doing a wall right through here, we'd either have to have it in the water or we'd have to pretty much destroy a lot of what we built over here, because that house would be way too close to the wall, so we'd probably have to move our original starting house. I don't really want to do a whole lot. I'm okay with moving the other ones, but I'm kind of sentimental about that guy since we've been living in it for so long. But that's something we can figure out later. Let me know what you guys think about that type of stuff. Also, I know baiting early on, but if you guys are still enjoying this series, please smash that like button and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm really excited to get back to this. I had a wonderful Father's Day weekend, which was really cool. Went up and did a hike with my dad and my younger brother, and it was really fun. We just kind of went up, chilled, and I planned on, we're in June, it's probably not going to be that cold up there. It was 70 when we left. I figured it'd be fine. And we get up there, and there was 6 feet of snow on top of a frozen lake. So, that was kind of interesting. But granted, the hike was called Snow Lake, which was the lake at the top. It kind of makes sense that there's snow on Snow Lake, now looking back at it. But anyways, this right here is kind of the format we're going with for the sugarcane farm. I got some buckets here. Let's fill these up with water real quick. And I want to show you guys kind of the format we're going with here. I think the best way of getting a view of this is kind of, oh, sorry, this is looking really weird. I'm sure, yep, there we go. But you can kind of see there's a grid pattern going here of where the sugarcane is. And then I'm using string at the top of the sugarcane to kind of give us a different height variation. So it's not all just that straight 3 high across. And then we're also mixing in some bushes and ferns and just different things. And a few even little spots of wheat growing in here, just kind of where there'd be different things growing. Because I feel like that's totally fine for what we want to do. Let's go check up on the automated farm over here. I still need to go get a bunch of hoppers. I actually did a crazy huge iron farming spree, caving spree. So we'll check up on that later this episode. It's melting up somewhere. So that's how much sugarcane we've produced so far. And there was what was left before. But here's our little pillar coming up that we made before. And it comes actually, I don't know if I showed you guys the item elevator that I made. It's kind of the same one we've done before. I just made it look cool with some glass so you can actually see the sugarcane going up through it, which I thought was kind of cool. So when these guys all activate, but this side we did to begin with, it's totally complete. This side, I'm still waiting on some slime blocks. I think the bottom row is fully finished. Yeah, so I need to get slime blocks in this whole top row here, and then we'll be good to go, and the farm will be totally finished. But all the hoppers are in here. These just kind of bring the sugarcane down to there. I was thinking about it. I could probably delete that one, keep that block there, and just put a sign there, and the sugarcane would drop and get picked up by the hoppers down here. But I'm kind of lazy. But also it saves some iron, so I might end up doing that. Let me know if you guys think that's a better idea, because we could just do a wall right here of stone or something, and then it would all drop down there. I know it doesn't look super pretty down here, which is kind of fine with me. Is this, there's still stuff in here. Is that dirt? No, it's coarse dirt. I want the dirt. I'm like running super low on dirt right now. That's something I'm constantly having to go collect. So I think I'm gonna have to do like a stream or something where we just go lower a whole plains biome by like 2 blocks. But that could be kind of fun to do some terraforming while we're at it, maybe plan out a next area. Because I don't want to be totally finishing up this area that we're in right now of Papyrus. I don't want to be totally finishing this guy up as we go through, just because I think it'd be more fun to kind of work and bounce back in between different areas and whatnot. Just trying to add some variety into the series. That structure right there, I really want to get it going and at least get the red sandstone base down and completed. So that will be probably something we do later on or soon. But yeah, so I got everything on me right here, and I want to walk you guys through kind of how I made this little section here as we work in this section. Sorry if there's a car going in the background. Somebody has I think it's a giant truck actually going by. Yep, it just went by. So we got a lot of leaves in here. We got some birch, we got some acacia, we got some oak, and we got a lot of ferns and grass and whatnot. But pretty much what I want to start with is I want to get our sugarcane placed down. And for that, pretty much what we do here is, so we're going to start with this little guy here because that's kind of where it works, so we can get 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you want to do is you basically want to create a little square here. Then in this one, you want to break it open. Here, you want to break it open again, and we're going to need a 4th. I should have just made a 4th bucket. Make things a lot easier. But yeah, so then right here, you break this bucket also, that spot, and put a water down there. And this is kind of the only way I found you can actually get sugarcane everywhere, because then you can do this. All of those are placeable, and then all of these are placeable right here as well. So there you actually get that whole area that we're just looking at is completely placed down. And I was messing with designs. Oh, that's my face. And that was the one that I found that actually worked the way I wanted it to, more or less. So that's kind of the one we're going to be going with here, I think. And we'll see how it goes as we continue kind of working our way around. But overall, it should do the trick. And if there's open spots, that's why I have the grass and everything kind of mixed in here, so that we can mix those guys in as we want. Because like right here in this one, it's going to have one little open spot right here, which is a great spot for us to come in and probably just do a hoe. And did I not bring seeds? I don't think I brought seeds. I didn't bring seeds. You know what? Let's do a hoed ground and then throw a little fern on it. That's fine. But let me go grab some seeds just so we can have them on hand to work with, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright, we got our seeds. As we head back on over, though, I do want to check up on our smelter right here. We won't go and sort out all the iron, but I just want to see how much we actually ended up getting. Let's make sure all these guys are empty. Yes, they are. What's in this one? Alright, so we got... Yeah, I want to pick that up. We got 2 stacks, right? Basically 2 stacks. Oh, wow. Alright, so we got quite a bit of iron now. That's pretty awesome. That's something we can work with. I think we can make some more hoppers out of that. That'll be very, very nice. Do we have ender pearls? We do have ender pearls. Cool. So we can get back over there and please land in a good spot. Yeah, cool. But yeah, so we got plenty of iron now. We're not really short for making hoppers and things. And I actually had a lot of fun farming all that up. So I think that's going to be something I do a little bit more regularly as I kind of just need more iron and whatnot. Just because it was a nice, enjoyable thing to do. I just kind of turned on some music in the background, went around and found some caves wherever I could. And was like, you know, let's do it. Let's just go mining. It'll be fun. So we want to do that. And we want to do this guy. And we'll just do a few of these together, and then I'll go finish planning them out and get all the sugarcane placed down. Then we can come back and actually add some variation to the designs and whatnot. But I just kind of want to walk you guys through the process that I kind of came up with for how we can plan these farms out. I think it turned out to be pretty solid, if I do have to say so myself. But I'm a big fan of it. I think it's going to work really well. I don't want to do that one because that'd be weird with a water thing right next to our path. So our path through here is just a little bit of coarse dirt, some oak wood planks, and then the grass path, just making kind of makes these little skinny paths. I think it's gonna be really cool after everything gets grown up, because you can't really see the end. It's kind of like walking through a corn maze, it feels like to me, which I thought was a good idea for something we can do. Sorry for all the sugarcane in the face. So I guess a sugarcane maze, it's probably a good name for it. Yeah, so we got that guy right there, and we can make our square right here and do this. And I guess we're gonna have to do one of these guys over here. I guess we can just go ahead and say screw it to do that. We did bring lily pads though, so we can bring those in here and work with those as kind of places for storing or covering up water bits and just kind of adding some detail to it, because I do want to mix in this whole terrain with a bunch of different types of life and everything, because it is a really lush area, and I feel like it kind of makes sense more or less to really use a lot of different objects, if that makes sense, for what we can use to like make this area unique. So we got this new little section right here all planted out, and now we're gonna go back in and leave those water buckets in there, grab some leaves. I've been mostly using oak in this area because I think the oak works really well. So we can grab our oak, our grass. Wow, there are a lot of trucks going by today. I'm really sorry, guys. And that, and that. Cool. So we got some flowery peonies, whatever you want to call them. I don't really know. You can throw one of those in right there. Let's go ahead and do a little like hoed stuff right in here. I think that could be kind of cool to just have a little bit of stuff in there. And then oak leaves, we can kind of stack them up too high. I know it looks kind of weird right now, but once we get everything in here, it'll actually look a lot better, because it's gonna, all the sugarcane's gonna grow up around it. Let's grow that guy up. And what we're gonna do here is we're actually waiting for the sugarcane to grow up all the way to be 3 high, kind of like that is over there. And then I'll come back in and clean up the heights of the sugarcane to add some more variety and everything to it. So by the end of the episode, I'm sure that'll all be grown up and everything, and it'll look pretty cool. But what I really like actually is the ability that I can be looking through the sugarcane, and it's not so thick that all you see is sugarcane, and you have those little glimpses of green in there from the ferns and the bushes and everything. I think looking into the field this way kind of makes the most sense, because you can, as you kind of walk and turn your camera, you see those little glimpses of the green bits, which to me is kind of like a job well done, more or less. And I'm really happy with how it's turning out. But we more or less have 3 sections here for the sugar canes. We have that one that I've already done, this one we're doing right here, and then this guy in the end. And I'm thinking around that, I'm just going to do a little bit of a border wall that kind of connects into the house to really section off the plantation and give them more of a personalized area. I guess right back in here, we got to bring this all the way to the end. But what I'm thinking is I might do a path kind of along the edge of the dirt right here and bring this sand bit right here back a little bit, like this, probably something to there. And we can clean this up, and then up in this area I want the beacon to get removed, and we can do some cool details up in here, trying to make it more interesting. Probably create like a palm tree or 2, like 1 on each side maybe, or just like 2 over in here, and then a little grassy lawn strip here, just because I want them to have their own personal garden too to kind of hang out in while they just look out over their fields. So I'm going to get to work and do some more stuff on here. You guys kind of seen the whole process that I go through on all of this, so I will be back with you guys after I get all this sugarcane field planted down and everything. So I'll be back with you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. We got all the sugarcane in place. This last little bit right here I added in just a few minutes ago, so it's all still growing in. I went ahead and added in one of the retaining walls on this side. We got to go all the way down here through the sugarcane to get to it, to see kind of what's on the, oh no, we can't make that jump all the way through the sugarcane. It's amazing here, guys. I'm really happy with it though. It's looking really cool. We got a lot of height variation. I know it's probably hard to see for you guys, but there's a lot of different height there. I put a lot of string in here. We got quite a few green bits of either flowers or bushes or ferns, grass, whatever you want to call it. It's all in here. Let's go on top of the roof though. I think we can get a pretty good view from up there, and hopefully we land that on the roof, which we should. Yep. Perfect. But you can see here we got that left section, then we got a middle section that's a little bit larger, then we got this right section that I was going to have the path kind of going all the way through there, so you can see it's still a little bit more dirt than anything. But then we add in this extra little strip all in the sand right there just to add some detail. I threw in some of these dead bushes just to get something on the sand there, but there's our retaining wall on that side. And yeah, this is looking really freaking cool in my opinion. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. I'm having a lot of fun building this guy, and it was really cool. I could just kept being like, oh, I should add something else. Oh, I should add this in there. Oh, we could add a little bit of green stuff in here. But I kind of like this little path right there that's creating where it's more of like a marshy area instead of where the sugarcane is growing. And also kind of same through there because you got our path going out there. And the wood really determines where it's like drier, because we also have the grass path itself in there. That really helps to add some variation in, especially with the little farming bits all over. I think that's pretty cool. But over here in this area, we've been oh, I thought it was turning dark for a second there. Oh, one thing I still need to go back in here and do is I want to go in and add some fences. I only have jungle fences on me. Those are going to be for a tree that we're going to be building right in here. But yeah, so I want to go add some fences kind of along the edges somewhere, like probably one like right there, and maybe one like right out in there, and then one there, and like one back here in the middle, and just put torches on them, just so there's some light in the area and it stops mobs from spawning at night. I think it could also give it a really cool feel to it as well. But anyways, down here, we got this nice little grassy patch, which is just raised up one block. I added the spruce in here to make it a little bit more formal, I felt like, more established, and because this wood would have to be imported from outside of the region, so it kind of shows the wealth of the building. I know it's just by the type of wood, but what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and do a jungle tree right there, or not a jungle tree, but a palm tree that's kind of going to go up and go out that way. And I was thinking about maybe trying to do another one right here that kind of winds around it and goes up that way. But I don't know. I want to get this guy placed in first, and then we'll see with that one. But let's get started on this so we can kind of build one here together. So we get 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. We're just going to do that as a temp block for now. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do this. And we're going to go up 1, 2. Let's go up 3. Yeah, that looks like a good height for our tree. And we got a bunch of jungle leaves here. I did not bring shears. We got silk touch on these things though. We'll use those for now. But yeah, so what we're gonna do kind of to start is just go around this guy here in a circle and make a little square shape. And what I like to do is kind of just build it up a bit so we got that stronger canopy. I know it looks kind of weird right now, but we got this, and we can't really use the roof a whole lot. Actually, I guess we could. Yeah, that could actually work really well for some of them. Let's go ahead and do that, and we can get rid of this guy here at the bottom. But what I want to do is I want to bring it out so it kind of comes out like that and then drops off a little bit. And can we get one below that guy? No, we cannot. We want to break that one, and that'll drop down, and we can get our leaf back when we get down there. But yeah, so this one's pretty tall, so I do want to be expanding it quite a bit. Kind of coming out in these different directions. We can go ahead and do that guy right there. Kind of just bringing the shape together more or less. I really don't like that there. That's way too flat. And rounding it out and just adding the little drop down droopy leaves bits to it, I think really bring together the whole jungle palm tree feel that we're trying to go for here. Which is, these are actually kind of annoying to do, and I don't think I've ever built a tree with you guys here besides one that I did a long time ago that really was not that great. But yeah, I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see what we can do here. And let's try and get, I want to get like down by one block. Can we just place a jungle block right there? That's not low enough. Can we get you? Yeah, sweet, we can do that. So I want to get that guy down there, but like that. And can we get, yep, cool, perfect. We're getting somewhere now. Let's place that guy in here, and of course we have to go sleep. Do we have a bed on us? We do not. We got a second. We don't have to sleep yet, but it'll give us a good chance to actually go down and look at it. I really want to go ahead and bring this down one right there. If we can go ahead and attach, I don't think we can reach that guy from here. So let's just drop down. We can go sleep real quick. We can come start pillaring up again from this side. I think we got our top area. Yeah, you can kind of see the shape of it coming together. We got to build the leaves out at the bottom. I'm gonna sleep real quick. I'll be right back. So we're back here. It's morning. It's nice and shiny and bright out, and we can go ahead and just start pillaring up here so we can at least get some. Let's get that leaf block back before it despawns on us. Can we make this jump? I don't think we can. Yeah, there's no way we can make that jump. But yeah, so I brought these jungle fences with me because I like using them sometimes kind of like this to round it out just slightly. Maybe not there. Maybe that one, just because it connects them just a little bit, you know, makes it a little bit nicer. And I want to do that one and then something like that, I guess. Let's go. Yeah, that works out well. So we want to bring that down, but we want to get rid of that branch right above it. Or not branch, that leaf bit right above it. Yeah, like that. And there's that one. I'm thinking we probably want to bring something down in here too. And bring this guy maybe out like that and do something there. But then we can bring it in and do that maybe. Yeah, we can kind of bring the inner area down a little bit. I know it's probably not the classic palm tree look, more or less. But something that'll really help us here trying to just get the point across what we're trying to do with this tree. So let's actually go ahead and go and look at this guy. Yeah, let's fly. Woo! Let's get over here. Actually, this could be a good spot to look at it. Ooh, that is actually looking pretty nice. Oh, big thing. Optifine's out. Optifine is out for 1.12, guys. So you'll see in the background we have our anti-aliasing going on, which is kind of blurring it out, smoothing those lines together, making everything look super awesome. Like if you watch this tree as we walk away, it starts to blur the lines and smooth them out so it becomes more and more rounded, which I love. It's such a good feature. Optifine is amazing. It's really, really needed. I'm really hoping Minecraft actually takes anti-aliasing into it for like their own types of stuff later on. I know they have MIP mapping, but that is not the same. It's not the same at all. But this is looking good. I don't really like how kind of square that corner is, if that makes sense. Kind of tracing it with the mouse right there. But otherwise, I think that's a pretty solid palm tree. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get this other one. Ooh, yeah, we're good. I'm gonna try and get this other one built, guys, just because I think it could be kind of cool to have that second one there. And that looks, yeah, try that, and we can bring that guy out there. And actually it makes sense to kind of have one right there because, like, say it would want to be growing out this way, but it's caught by the building, so it can't quite grow out to there. So that's okay with this side being a little bit flatter than the rest. I'm okay with that. We can maybe add one there. Yeah, let's go with that. That looks good to me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on the second tree and get to work on this park area a little bit, but I just wanted to bring you guys in so we could build one together. Alright guys, everything here is looking pretty finished up. We got this awesome sugarcane plantation pretty much finished up today besides the interior. All of this exterior here is looking really solid. I'm really happy with how the whole field turned out for all the sugarcane and everything. And then we have this awesome place right in here, which is looking mighty fine. And we got these two little torches right here. We got our pathway. We got some nice fancy dark oak chairs and benches. And then behind those is just a nice little garden with some flowers in it. We got some lilacs. We got some peonies. Then we got a nice little pond over here for some water and whatnot. I gotta change that to sandstone. Same with that one. Or just leave them. I don't know. We could do either way. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode. We did add this second tree in right here. I think it looks very nice. It's a bit smaller than that guy to give a little bit of a height variation to them. Let's get out here onto this bush as we outro. But guys, let me know what you think about everything we did in today's episode. I've been really enjoying hearing back from you guys on everything. Thank you for all the positive feedback regarding the new series, Journeying Through Time. I'm really glad you guys did enjoy that. Remember to hit that like button down below. subscribe if you are new, and as always guys, I will see you in the next episode.